Namaste, my dear friends. Now, goods where is available in the warehouse. How much worth of the goods? It is 20 lakhs worth of the goods. It may be number of units. Am I right? If it is in terms of units kept here, let us say 200 units of air conditioned machines, for example, 200 units of air conditioned machines. Now, how long we can stuff in the warehouse? If the goods are worthy to warehouse, warehousing period is up to 1 year. From the date of warehousing, the goods can be stored in the warehouse for a period of 1 year. For the first 90 days from the date of warehousing, there won't be any interest. After 90 days, from 91 day onwards till the date of your clearance, you are liable to pay interest at the rate of 15% per annum. Sir, I want to clear out of my 200 units which I stuffed in the warehouse, I want to clear now 50 units. After that, 100 units. Thereafter, balance 50 units. In 3 installments, I want to clear the goods. You clear. That time, each time of clearance from the warehouse, you need to submit sub bill of entry, which is denoting in the green color bill of entry, which also be called as sub bill of entry. Why sub bill of entry? Because there is a into bond bill of entry followed by part 1 sub bill of entry 50 units, part 2 sub bill of entry 100 units, part 3 sub bill of entry 50 units. Like that you are going to submit based on the mother bill of entry number using in sub bill of entries and submitting from time to time to clear the goods from the warehouse. Allowed to permit. In that case, if I want to clear the goods 50 units, look here, first clearances 50 units. What is the value? CF value 50 units. CF value how much? See here 20 lakhs is equal to 200 units. In that case, for 50 units it is 5 lakhs. Therefore, CF value 5 lakhs. That is unaltered. When you go to clear first clearances at a later date, clear 50 units, part by part can clear. CF value how much? 5 lakhs, because 50 units you are clearing. When you are going to clear that particular 50 units as on that date, BCD, social welfare surcharge plus IGST you liable to pay. What rates? Not the rate was prevailed at the time of warehouse buying goods. At the time of clearing the goods from the warehouse. Clearing the goods from the warehouse, we used to call it as X bond bill of entry. We can call sub bill of entry. We call green color bill of entry. We can also call technically X bond bill of entry. Already executed a bond for 7 lakh 50 rupees, thrice the amount of the duty. Under that bond only the goods has been stuffed. Warehouse goods, bonded warehouse is a bonded warehouse. If so, I am debonding 50 units, 100 units, thereafter 50 units. Like that I can clear the goods as per my requirement. In that case, I have to submit X bond bill of entry, nothing but sub bill of entry, nothing but green color bill of entry. So, at the time of submission of X bond bill of entry, as on that date, the rate of BCD, that rate of social welfare surcharge and IGST, as on that date will be applied, as on the date of clearance. At a later date, if I am clearing 100 units, CF value will be 10 lakh. In that case, as on the date of clearing the second clearances, that time rate of BCD, social welfare surcharge, IGST will be applied. Finally, I am going to clear 50 units, CF value 5 lakhs. As on the date of clearing the 50 units as a final clearances, that time what is rate of BCD, IGST is going to apply. Reason, taxable event for warehouse goods is at the time of clearing the goods from the warehouse. Taxable event is at the time of clearing from warehouse. These are the points already there in the material. If you refer my dear here, you come across, see, I mentioned here the rate of exchange, rate of duty. Point number 1, point number 2, what I mentioned here, I explained in the given case. Sir, what about this one? How long the goods can be warehoused? For a maximum period of 1 year if the goods are not deteriorating, If the goods are deteriorating less than 1 year, then the department will decide the time period to warehouse the goods. It may be 3 months, it may be 4 months. Like that, department will fix the duration for the goods based on the nature of the goods. Further presenting here, once you understand this concept, here I mentioned a particular point number 3, rate of duty. What is this entire story talks about here? Dear friends, actually permission granted to warehouse the goods because of nature of the goods like that, 4 months. Goods has been stuffed into the warehouse 1st January 2024. Permission granted to warehouse for 4 months. By 30th April 2024, you should remove the goods from the warehouse. This particular person not remove the goods by 30th of April. In that case, he has the right to apply for the want of extension of warehousing period. For the want of extension of warehousing period. If the goods are worthy to warehouse furthermore, it may be further can be extended as per the request of the importer. Is to be in the hands of the Department of Customs. Department of Customs may reject to extend or they may permit to extend, depends upon the nature of the goods. Now, my dear, a case where I have not cleared the goods on the date of expiry of warehousing period, nor I obtained permission for extension. Neither I cleared the goods as on the date of expiry of warehousing period, nor I obtained the extension of warehousing period. When the department finally issued a notice to me in the month of May, in the month of June, department, he said, are you going to clear the goods? Shall we sell off the goods through auction? Then I woke up and running to department on 30th of June 2024 by submission of X bond bill of entry, namely sub bill of entry, to clear the goods from the warehouse. That time, what rate of BCD as on what date is applicable means the date on which you ought to be removed but not removed. Ought to be removed when? Speak out quickly in the given example. Loudly. 30th April as on the date rate of BCD, as on the date the rate of IGST is applicable for the given case, not the date on which you clear the physically on 30th of June 2024, which is improper clearances set by the Supreme Court of India in the case of Keso Ram Ryan case. In the case of Keso Ram Ryan case, the Honorable Supreme Court of India said in the given case, the rate of BCD prevails as on the date out to be removed but not removed. That rate is applicable, not the date of physical removal, which is improper removal. Reason for the 30th of June 2024 removal of the goods from the warehouse for which you have not obtained the permission for extension. Therefore, that is called improper removal. As on the date of 30th of June 2024, the BCD also be improper. That is what this point number 3 here speaks. Now please come back. Here we are. Into bond bill of entry submitted. Goods has been warehoused. Part by part I can be clear. When I clear part by part, rate of duty as in rate of clearances is applicable because the goods has been cleared well within the licensing period, well within the time period permitted to warehouse the goods. Now tell me, what procedure of warehousing you have to follow? First, importer should submit into bond bill of entry, where execute a bond thrice the amount of the duty along with the security. Department of Customs comes to verify and permit you to warehouse the goods. That time it may be public warehouse, it may be private warehouse. If the goods are notified, it may be special warehouse. Depends. How long the warehousing can be kept? For a maximum period of 1 year if the goods are worthy to warehouse. In general, for the first 90 days, there won't be any interest. Thereafter, from 91 day onwards till the date of clearances, they are liable to pay interest at the rate of 15% per annum. Till the date of clearances. Till the date of clearances, they have to pay 15% interest per annum from 91 day onwards. This is what the procedure. Now, if I am a EOU, 100% export volume unit, what for I am importing? You know, my dear friend, I am importing the goods only with the intention after manufacture in India, I am going to export. I am a 100% EOU. For me, how long I can warehouse my goods? As you like manner, you can able to keep the goods for you. No time limit applicable. It may be capital goods I imported, or if I import the other than the capital goods, as the case may be, I am allowed to warehouse as a EO unit till I clearances. Unlike of other importers import the goods to warehouse for a period of maximum 1 year, such a case not applicable to me. This point, I simplified manner, diagrammatic manner, I presented for your kind consideration. In the case of EOU, 100% export oriented unit, or EHTP, Electronic Hardware Technology Park, STP, Software Technology Park units, like that. You can also have Biotechnology Park, like that. The taxpayers, the duty and the importers are them. If the category belongs to EOU nature, then they are allowed to warehouse after import inputs as well as capital goods till their clearances. For them, no time bound period. Whereas for other than the EOU, EHDP, STPs, time period to warehouse the goods for a maximum period is 1 year, within which for the first 90 days no interest, from 91 day onwards at the rate of 50% interest per annum supposed to pay by them. Got the clarity, my dear friends? Section 64 of the Customs Act 1962. Owner's right to deal with the warehoused goods is available. The owner of any warehoused goods may, after warehousing the same, inspect the goods, deal with their containers in such manner as may be necessary to prevent loss or deterioration or damage to the goods, sort the goods, show the goods to the prospective customers for sale, since the physical control is abolished in case of public warehouse, private warehouse, is only now available for special warehousing. If the importer wanted to go and verify his goods in the special warehouse, that importer should pay merchant overtime charges, MOT charges, to Department of Customs. Customs officer will come for you, specifically open the lock of the special warehouse, will show your warehouse goods to you and to your customers. Merchant overtime charges you have to pay. That is not applicable in the case where the supply of goods to the warehouse goods are warehoused by the importer in the public warehouse or private warehouse. Merchant overtime charges not applicable because the physical control of the custom department not available on those warehoused goods which is warehoused into public or private warehouse. Now I have a doubt, fundamental doubt. Tell me, Mrs. X Limited, registered person under GST, IEC code holder, means importer cum exporter code holder. Now this fellow imported the goods and warehoused in special warehouse under section 58 capital A, warehouse the goods, special warehouse. Now he wanted to have physical verification for which merchant overtime charges rupees 12,000 paid to customs department. He is a registered person, business entity. My doubt here is X Limited paid 12,000 rupees to custom department. Supplier of service, Department of Customs, government. Recipient of service, business entity. The value of a consideration more than 5,000. The business entity X Limited is a registered person, meaning their turnover in the previous year exceeded the threshold for registration. Now tell me, this particular supply made by the custom department to the business entity by charging rupees 12,000 is, first tell me, is it taxable supply or exempted supply? If taxable supply, is a FCM or RCM? First, taxable or exempted. If it is taxable, is a FCM or RCM? If you say correctly, I will say hats off to you, my dear friends. It is what our Rafi sir class say. Rafi sir class is something different than the others. That can I assure. Rafi sir will give the guarantee. Huh. Oh, your answer is taxable supply. So forward charge or reverse charge? FCM is your answer. Any other answer, my dear friends? Everyone should answer, Amma. Sorry, it is not taxable, my dear. It is exempted supply. See, my dear, merchant overtime charges exempted. Now you won't going to forget. This is how to overcome the difficulty to recall. Revision only is a weapon to overcome the difficulty to recall the provisions. You decide first framework. Whose classes I am going to listen? Who is my faculty? Mr. Rafi. If selected, you trust him. Mr. Rafi will take. You decide, Mr. Rafi, only by inquiring with your friends how Mr. Rafi takes the class. It's good or select by inquiry. Is information, is decision making. Collect the information, evaluate the information, select the best. Select Rafi sir. Then state with the Rafi sir. What Rafi sir given the material, what workbook, what he is explaining. Within that boundary, if you strictly stand, you will have a framework. Then once you complete, again come for revision. Otherwise, that book, that faculty, this faculty, and a special class of one person is coming and freely giving classes. If you go like that, you forget from where you started. Not only for IDT, I am telling you, for any subject, my dear friends, is your liberty. You are the decision maker. Where to go and join. I never go to say you join some X faculty, by faculty. Many students will ask me, sir, direct test where I can go, sir, FR where I can go. I do not know. You ask your friends. I will say, I did it myself because my classes I should be promoted. Na. I did not, officer. Please come. I will take care. But others I do not know. You please encourage your friends. They will be say correctly. So, is the way in which you have to overcome the difficulty of recalling the memory by going through within a framework of the syllabus. The syllabus should be framed yourself. It is my subject. FR is a subject. IDT, DT is my subject. So and so, this person, my faculty. Fine. With that only you have to go. Do not invite multiple. Your mind will say, that question may going to come. This whatever question may going to come. It depends upon the concept. Start with the concept. Sufficient. Concept should be clear. And revise it. 3 hours. Neatly you can write 100 marks, whatever may be the question paper. Best brains of India, you people are. First attempt you have to clear. You writing one group, one group you have to clear. Both group writing, both group should clear. That's it. No second and third should come. But you have to work hard. Hard work is what? Revision is hard work.